Honors class, we finish off transformations by doing this activity where we just identify each of the four. So we're going to use what you've learned so far to identify each transformation, give both a verbal and an algebraic representation of each transformation below. So we'll say it in words and then we'll put it in numbers basically. So what's a verbal description of what happened here? This is the pre-image down below and this is the image. So I'll just shade in the image. What happened here? This is reflected over the x-axis. Reflection over the x-axis. And as a representation here, we could say that x stayed the same because x is a negative number in the pre-image and x is also a negative number in the image. So x is just the same as it was, and then y. Y went from being a negative number into a positive number, so y changed, and that's why we just put the negative sign here. Y is now positive in the image, but it's not about whether y ended up as a negative or a positive, it's just that y changed. Okay, x didn't change, y changed. That's just how we note this as algebraic representation. So next up here, what happened here? We went from the image up here to the pre-image up here to the image down below. And this, it's not a slide, it's not a translation. This looks like more of a rotation, okay, because it rotated 180 degrees. Rotation of 180 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise. You can go either direction to get the same results. Okay, and how do we represent that here? Okay, we started off with x and y were both positive, but now x and y are both negative down here in quadrant 3. In quadrant 1, x and y were positive, but we rotated 90, then 180, and now x and y have both changed. So we could put negative x, negative y. And this one here, we have the pre-image is down below. And the image is up and to the left. So this right here, the orientation is the same. Orientation of the vertices is in the same order, I, K, then J. So we can say this is a translation. How far did we go left? We went 2, 2, and 7. So that's 9 spaces left. Translation 9 left. And how many spaces up? We went up 6, 7, 8. 8 up. So this becomes x minus 9, because we went 9 spaces left, and y plus 8, because we went 8 spaces up. Okay, so go through the other 3 examples on your own right here, and let me take a look at the back side of this page. Okay. Take turns rolling a dice with a partner or a group. Find the number you rolled and describe the transformation shown by the algebraic representation. If your partner or group agrees with your answer, record it on the table. If not, have a discussion to determine the correct answer. We could just cross this off right here because I'm going to assume that you're not doing this with a partner, that you don't have a dice. So you could just do this on your own or with a friend. Okay, so we have the algebraic representation, and what kind of transformation was this that happened? So if we slid to the right by 10 and we slid up, we rose up by 5, this is a translation of 10 right and 5 up. If we went from, okay, X and Y in the first quadrant, and we went negative X and Y, that is quadrant 2. So we could say that this was a reflection over the y-axis, because we went from quadrant 1 into quadrant 2. So reflection over y-axis. Okay, again, we're starting in quadrant 1, and looks like we reflected over the x-axis, because we went from quadrant 1 down into quadrant 4. So yeah, that's a reflection over the x-axis. Okay, and you could work through those other examples here. Use a pencil and paper clip to spin the spinner. Answer the question you land on and record your answers to the right of the spinner. If you don't want to have fun spinning the spinner here, then you could just answer these. Okay, I'll leave it up to you, but I just answered them. Point A, let's see here. Okay, looks like we're just recording the dots that we land on. So point A, -9, -3, that's quadrant 3, is translated 4 left and 2 down. Where is A? So if we go 4 left, -9 minus 4 is going to give us -13. And -3 minus 2 is going to give us -5, because we went down by 2 spaces. Okay, so that's it. This is where point A was -9, -3, but after going 4 left and 2 down, A prime will be -13, -5. Okay, let me do one more here. Point B, or -5, +5, is reflected over the x-axis. Where's B? Or where's B prime? So we know this is going to be in quadrant 3, because it's reflected over the x-axis. So -5, +5 will now become -5, -5. Okay, because everything in quadrant 3 is a double negative. -x and a -y. Yeah, if you're not sure about that, I would just draw out your quadrants and you get a better idea. When in doubt, draw it out. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Last page right here. Last page. Each of the sticky notes below shows the ordered pairs to different transformations of a figure. Fill in the letter of the sticky note that matches each transformation in the table. So we have 9 transformations up here. We're just going to put in the correct sticky note in each one. We're going to put it in whether it's sticky note C, E, A, F, whatever it may be. So let's just do A, B, and C together. So what does this look like here? If we go -8, +7, that's quadrant 3. I'm going to just go ahead and draw this out right here. If you have graph paper, I highly recommend using it right now. Okay, just to get a better idea of what these numbers are. So I'll say that this is -5, this is +5, this is +5, and this is -5. This is just my own way of helping myself out. But -8 would be here, +7 would be about right there. And we go to -8, -7. Okay, so this looks like a reflection already. -4, +7, and -4, -7 is down here. -6, +2, and -6, -2. Okay, so we got a triangle here, and we got a triangle up here. And yeah, this is definitely a reflection. So reflection over the x-axis, where we have that reflection over x-axis, that's going to be A. Okay, and then B, let me draw this out again. Same number, -8, +7, right about there. And then we have the images +8, -7, +8, okay. Next dot we have -4, +7. And for this one, we have +4, -7. And now -6, +2. For the post image, we have +6, -2. Okay, so this one looks like a rotation. So a rotation 180 degrees. Rotation 180 degrees clockwise, it says, but oops, let me scoot this down. It says 180 degrees clockwise, but it could have been 180 degrees in the other direction too. Okay, we could have went either way, but this is definitely B. And then the last one here, last one I'll do with you. Let's go again, -8, +7. -8. This one, let me draw my graph down here. So we got 5, 5, -5, -5. So -8, +7, right about there. -8, +12. Way up there. -4, +7, -4, +12, -6, +2, oops, and -6, +7. Okay, so what happened here? Our shape simply just slid up. So this is a translation up. We didn't go right or left. We just went straight up with this one, okay? From the image, sorry, from the pre-image, excuse me, the pre-image down here to the image up here. Okay, so do this any way you can, but I recommend drawing this out on graph paper. I didn't have graph paper here, but I could just estimate and find out what each one is, whatever works for you. But let me know if you need help finding a way that works for you while you're in class. Okay, but yeah, please turn in your packet as soon as you can, sometime before Friday. Thank you.